So for the past year, I, like most other people in the world, have been stuck at home and suffering from a serious case of cabin fever. Now, as I've been working and going to school over the past year, I've realized that all I do all day is sit at a computer, log on to Zoom or Microsoft Teams, and just talk to people through a screen. And as a result, I've been really sheltered at home. I haven't really seen humans outside of my family, and I'm not able to see the world as we are usually able to. Now, I was very fortunate though, at the very beginning of 2020, right before everyone locked down, I had an opportunity to go to China to visit my relatives, but I also got a chance to go to Hong Kong, and that was a great experience. If you want to check out my video on that, go ahead. However, I've only been to China, Canada, and the US, and I've always wanted to go to Europe. Unfortunately, Europe is currently locked down, and they're not letting American citizens in, nor is even Canada, our friendly neighbor in the north. And definitely China isn't letting anyone in either. But I've been taking the time to research a few countries, that are still allowing tourists in and are doing it in a safe way. And I found that there's two countries in particular that I'd like to visit and that are letting tourists in right now. And that's the UAE, the United Arab Emirates, and the United Kingdom, the UK. Specifically, Dubai has opened up to tourism again, and London right now is still allowing American visitors in. So the plan that I've created is to spend about a month, 2 weeks in Dubai and 2 weeks in London, just trying to get back to normal and start to see the world again. The original plan was I was just going to go to the UAE, stay there for 2 weeks, and that would allow me to qualify for the travel corridor between the UAE and the United Kingdom. And that way, when I went to the UK, I wouldn't have to quarantine at all. However, as of a few days ago, just a few days ago, the UK government reversed that policy, understandably, and is now requiring everyone coming into the UK to quarantine for at least 5 days. Well, that is a little bit of a bummer. I think that's going to be some good time to relax between my two countries' visits, and they do allow you to leave quarantine early if you provide a negative test result at the end of the 5 days. So this plan is still on to go from the US. I'm going to fly to Dubai via London, and then spend 2 weeks in Dubai, go to London after that, spend 2 weeks in London, and then come back to the US. Because there's few people traveling these days, and also because of the coronavirus pandemic, I decided that I really would prefer to travel in business class or first class as opposed to economy. Not because I want to just waste money, but because there's fewer people around you, and it probably would be safer to do that anyway. So I researched what flights there are between Dallas and Dubai, and it turns out that the business class tickets at the time that I bought them in December were really cheap. In fact, for some reason, I found that the economy class tickets were the same price as business class. So it was a no-brainer for me to choose business class in that case. In total, I paid about $2,000 for business class on 3 legs, and the 4th leg from Dubai to London is on economy. And then I was able to get the leg from London to Dallas upgraded from economy to business with some advantage miles and a co-payment. So overall, a really great deal. I think it's going to be a great flight. And of course, flying right now, you gotta wear masks. So I'm gonna wear an N95 mask all the way from Dallas to when I get off the plane in Dubai and leave the airport terminal. It's not going to be fun. I'm expecting to have a lot of fatigue, but I'm going to let you guys know how it feels. I'll provide status updates, and I'm also going to probably wear some goggles on the plane just in case. But what I'm really feeling great about is the fact that, airplane air gets circulated out every, several times an hour. And in business class, I've picked a seat that's far away from other people, that doesn't have people around me immediately near me, and the business class cabin in general is pretty empty on my flight from Dallas to London, so I'm pretty confident. Also, the flight that I was originally supposed to take from London to Dubai, it got canceled, and I'm pretty sure it's because there's fewer people going now. So that's just even better news, I think, about the safety of the flight because there's just not that many people around you, and that's going to create a more safe environment overall.